Good evening and welcome to our weekend sports show, Match Point, where we get you week's top sporting action. And today we will begin with the heroic performance of the unstoppable pair of Rocco, who got India a much-needed victory and avoided a clean sweep. We have a lot of action from the ongoing Women's Cricket World Cup as well, as India has entered the semi-finals, and we will also get you the latest on the recent NPA controversy. So let's get ready for an action-packed half-an-hour show with news, views, reports and analysis by experts. India's cricketing stalwarts Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli steered India to a 9-wicket victory over hosts Australia in the third and final ODI at the Sydney Cricket Ground. The Rocco duo turned back the clock and made the chase look easy. Now both of them stamped their authority with a 168-run partnership, taking India to the finish line in just 38.3 overs. Harshit Rana also impressed with the ball, taking 4 wickets. Let's take a look at India's impressive victory and the records broken during the match.
India signed off the ODI series against Australia on a high, registering a commanding 9-wicket win in the third and final match at the Sydney Cricket Ground. The legendary duo of Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli rolled back the years, guiding India to a comfortable chase of 237 in just 38.3 overs. After Shubman Gill fell early for 24, it was the Rocco show that took over. The two modern-day greys added an unbeaten 168-run stand, making the chase look effortless. Rohit Sharma brought up his 33rd ODI 100 and 50th international century overall, while Virat Kohli silenced all talk about his form with his 75th ODI half-century. In the process, Kohli broke Sachin Tendulkar's record for the most 50-plus scores in ODI run chases, now standing alone with 70 such knocks to his name. He also became second highest run scorer of all time in ODI history. Rohit, with his 6th ton in Australia, he has gone past Virat Kohli in terms of scoring the most ODI hundreds by a visiting batter in Down Under. Rohit Sharma also now has the most centuries in a country for a visiting opener in ODIs. The pair also edged another milestone, registering their 19th century partnership in ODIs, the third most by any pair in history. With their 168-run partnership, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma have equaled Sachin Tendulkar's and Saurav Ganguly's record for most 150-plus partnerships in ODI cricket. Rohit and Kohli also became the most prolific Indian batting pair against Australia in ODIs, surpassing Rohit and Dhawan's long-standing record with 1,368 runs as partners against the Aussies. Earlier in the day, Harshit Rana spearheaded India's bowling attack with a career-best figures of 4 for 39, as Australia were bundled out for 236 after being well-placed at 183 for 3. Washington's Sundar and Akshar Patel provided excellent support with tight spells, while India's bowlers shared all 10 wickets among them in a disciplined effort. Despite the series lost 2-1 in Australia's favour, India ended on a strong note, with their ex-captain reminding the world that class is permanent. At the SCG, it wasn't just a win, it was a statement of vintage dominance from Indian cricket's greatest duo. Sports Desk, TT India.
And on the show today, I'm delighted to welcome Mr. Rajkumar Sharma, who's been the former coach and the mentor of Virat Kohli. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast. You've seen Virat Kohli transform into a human being that people are witnessing today. You've seen Virat Kohli growing in front of you. Today, when Virat Kohli hit that first run, there was a different smile on his face. How do you assess Virat Kohli's growth over the years, and especially what happened in the first 2 ODIs and what happened today?
Look, Deepika, people talking about his 2 games, 2 failures and questioning his form, his fitness. That was uncalled for. People should look at his stats, what he has done for the country, how many matches he has won for the country. He is the second highest run getter in the ODI history. So that these are remarkable feats which he has achieved. He has got 51 ODI hundreds. So that is not a mean achievement. I mean, scoring 51 international ODI 100, he is the highest century maker in ODI cricket. And failing in two innings doesn't mean that he's lost his class or he's short of form or he's out of form. So such questions were uncalled for and they were unfair on him.
And also when we look at his performance today, and there are questions, people are saying that there are retirement rumours from the ODI as well. How do you look at that? Because future has a lot of space, future need Virat Kohli when we talk about the 2027 World Cup as well.
I think the country needs him and the whole country loves him. The country wants him to play because when he left Test cricket also, there were so many requests from different people from different parts of the country. People asking me, kindly ask him not to retire. Please ask him to continue, So people love him because of his consistency, because of his performance, and the amount of matches he has won for the country, the amount of happiness he has given to the whole Indian public. So that is why people want him to play as long as possible, and they just don't want him to retire.
And now also let's talk about Rohit Sharma. What a terrific performance he delivered today. 33rd ODI ton and 50 overall and 6th against Australia. The partnership that both of them share is really unique. We heard Virat Kohli also talking about it after the match, and he said that since both of them know each other so well on the ground, they really enjoy playing with each other. How do you look at the chemistry both of them share?
Look, Rohit Sharma is a class player. I mean, he has done so well for the country. He has led the country so well. He has won so many ICC trophies under his captaincy for the country. And about the chemistry between both of them, because they have been playing so long for together each other, and they have got very good mutual respect for each other. So they really like the company, and in fact, on the field as well, their partnerships. If you see, they have got the maximum number of partnerships. I believe 18 or 1900 runs partnerships. So that is creditable, and that shows the camaraderie between both of them.
And your views on team's performance going ahead of the T20I preparations, because next target is facing Australia in their T20I format now.
Yeah, India has done well in Asia Cup, and the morale is high. We have got very good ODI players in Tilak Verma, Sanju Samson, Abhishek Sharma. So I think India is a very good opposition, for Australia, and it would be very difficult for Australia to win T20 series.
All right, I would request you to stay with us as we now get our viewers the latest from women's cricket. Well, before that, let's also talk about the T20I squad, because today's victory in the ODI is very crucial for the next target Team India has in front of them, which is the T20I series against Australia. And ahead of the series, Australia have announced a number of changes to their T20I squad for the upcoming 5-match series. Australia have recalled Glenn Maxwell and Ben Dwarshuis to allow Test contenders to play in the Sheffield Shield before the Ashes. Josh Hazlewood will skip the last 3 games of the series, while fellow fast bowler Sean Abbott will miss the last 2. Maxwell will come in for the last 3 games, while left-arm batsman will be available for the last 2. On the other hand, uncapped quick Mahali Birdman will also join the squad for the last 3 games of a series that begins next Wednesday. In other changes, wicketkeeper Josh Philippe joined the squad as cover for Josh Inglis, who's still struggling with the calf problem that ruled him out of the ODI series. Moving on to the next biggest tournament of the week, it is the ongoing Women's Cricket ODI World Cup. Well, to much of our delight, Team India have already secured their place in the semi-finals of the ongoing Women's Cricket World Cup, defeating New Zealand by 53 runs under the DLS method. Smriti Mandhana and Pratika Rawal both scored brilliant centuries for India. But the next big challenge is the semi-final, which India can play against either Australia or South Africa. Let's now get your report by Suchitra from Ground Zero on how Team India made it through to the semi-finals. Take a look.
In a do-or-die encounter at the Women's Cricket World Cup on Thursday, India stunned New Zealand to qualify for the semi-finals. New Zealand won the toss and elected to bowl first. Smriti Mandhana and Pratika Rawal gave India a dream start, stitching together a record 212-run partnership for the first wicket, India's highest ever opening stand-up in World Cup history. Mandhana struck her first century of this World Cup and her 14th overall in one-day internationals. It was also her third World Cup century. Meanwhile, Pratika Rawal reached her first century of the tournament and the second of her ODI career. Mandhana was dismissed after scoring 109 runs, while Rawal played a fine knock of 122. Jemima Rodrigues, who was dropped in the previous match, came in at number 3 and played an attacking innings, completing her maiden World Cup half-century in just 38 balls. Rain interrupted play after 48 overs, reducing the match to 49 overs per side. India ended their innings at 340 for 3, their highest total ever in a Women's World Cup match. Following another rain delay, New Zealand was set a revised target of 325 in 44 overs under the DLS method. Chasing the revised target, New Zealand got off to a poor start as Kranti Gaur struck early, dismissing Susie Bates in the second over. Indian bowlers continued to pick wickets at regular intervals, never allowing New Zealand's side to gain control of the chase. New Zealand eventually managed only 271 for 8 in 44 overs, handing India a 53-run victory under the DLS method. Smriti Mandhana, for her century and 3 catches, was named player of the match. With this win, India have advanced to the semi-final of the Women's Cricket World Cup, their 5th appearance in the tournament's last 4 stage.
So finally, India has broken the run of losses and defeated New Zealand and won their most important match in the tournament so far. 2 centuries were scored, they finished well and the fielding was brilliant. India has made it to the semi-finals and now they will try their best to keep this momentum going. With camera person Gaurav Giri, this is Suchitra reporting for DD India in Navi Mumbai.
And Indian fans were super elated to witness the hosts sailing into the semis. Let's take a look at some post-match exclusive fan reactions from Navi Mumbai.
I am very glad. I love India and I am proud of it that India has won this match, and I am super excited to see it in finale.
Smriti and our team has done well, and she performed as our expectation was.
This proves that women in blue are equal to men in blue.
I'm feeling really nice that India's won against New Zealand and they are qualified in the semi-finals.
It's feeling really good and it was really nice to see the match.
Well, it's really very overwhelming and really excited to see the further stages of Indian team, and really like the batting of Smriti Mandhana and Jemima Rodrigues, and really wishing that India wins the World Cup in the final.
This was the first time I went to women's cricket match, and I saw all the women and all the girls are so capable and they were so motivating and inspiring.
And not only this, Team India this time recorded many individual records as well. We not only saw a brilliant performance from Pratika Rawal, but marvellous Mandhana once again rose to the occasion. Mighty Deepti, Captain Harmanpreet, and in fact, bowler Renuka Thakur too attained memorable records. Our next report gets you more details. Take a look. The Indian women's cricket team not only made it to the semi-finals of the ongoing Women's Cricket World Cup, but created a lot of individual records as well. The tournament witnessed the rise of players like Pratika Rawal, along with the graceful touches of experienced players like Harmanpreet Kaur and Smriti Mandhana. The most number of records were attained in India's league stage match against New Zealand. Let's take a look at them. Pratika Rawal became the fastest Indian and joint fastest to score 1,000 ODI runs. In the match against New Zealand, Rawal became the third player in Women's Cricket World Cup to score 100, take a wicket and a catch in a single match. Smriti Mandhana and Pratika Rawal recorded 212 run stand, which is India's highest in Women's Cricket World Cup's history and highest opening partnership in the current edition. India also recorded its highest total with 340 for a loss of 3 wickets. The score was attained in its match against New Zealand and is also the second highest total against New Zealand in women's ODI after England's 347 for 5 in 2021. Smriti Mandhana recorded joint most international hundreds and joint most hundreds in a calendar year. Renuka Singh surpassed former legendary Indian pacer Jhulan Goswami, becoming the fastest Indian pacer to touch the 100 international wicket milestone in 143 appearances. Deepti Sharma became only the 5th player in the tournament's 52-year-old history to achieve the rare double of a 4-wicket haul and half-century in the same match. The Indian star is also the first player to do so against England in the Women's Cricket World Cup. Not only this, Deepti also became the second Indian bowler to get to the 150-wicket landmark in Women's ODI. In match against England, captain Harmanpreet Kaur became just the second Indian player to score 1,000 runs in ICC Women's Cricket World Cup. Now going into the semi-finals, the hosts have now a bigger task in hand. The dream is to secure a maiden World Cup victory, surpassing the crucial battle of the semi-finals. Sports Desk, DD India. And now let's go back across to Mr. Rajkumar Sharma. Sir, when we talk about the number 18 jersey, which is wear by Virat Kohli and is also shared by Smriti Mandhana as well. How do you see how do you look at the rise of Smriti Mandhana as a player, the back-to-back tons we have seen so far, and the kind of performance, the kind of inspiration she draws from Virat Kohli and the performance she delivers during the matches? And indeed, it's been a crucial one, because when we talk about Smriti Mandhana and her performance, the way she's delivered under high-pressure games, that becomes a very crucial point, and especially in the matches against Australia. We saw her perform in India versus Australia bilateral series as well before the start of the Cricket World Cup, and we saw that in Women's Cricket World Cup as well. So coming back to you, Mr. Sharma, how do you look at the rise of Smriti Mandhana as Virat Kohli and Mandhana, both of them share the number 18 jersey?
Yeah, Smriti Mandhana is a class player, and she has always showed that in the matches. And in this particular game also, she showed her class. And wearing 18 number jersey, she knows the importance of 18 number because Virat has done so well for the country in 18 number jersey, and all India knows that jersey number. But Smriti Mandhana is equally talented and graceful player as Virat is in men's cricket.
And also when we look at India's chances sailing it through the finals, how do you look at the opportunities and the possibilities so far? So Team India has got just one more game in the league stage match where Team India will be facing Bangladesh, but then they would be then playing the semi-finals. Their final chances will be a dream come true for Team India if they sail through the semi-finals. The next hurdle of the semi-finals could be against Australia or South Africa, depends on the match results that we would be having sooner with us. But India is through to the semis, and they have already attained one more factor, and they are all set to create history. How do you look at the chances of in Team India making it to the finals this time?
Look, I'm very hopeful. The way India has fought back against New Zealand after losing 3 consecutive games. So the momentum is with Indian team, and I'm very sure that they'll do well in the semi-finals and they will reach the finals, because they have beaten a good side in form of New Zealand, and with a convincing margin, you know. So the momentum is with the Indian team, and I'm very hopeful and I'm very sure that India will make it to the finals.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Sharma, for joining us and getting us a rounded perspective on both men's and women's cricket. Moving on. Now let's get you an update from NBA. The FBI carried out investigations into schemes involving illegal sports betting and rigged poker games, leading to the arrest of 34 people. NBA Hall of Fame player Chauncey Billups and a guard with the Miami Heat, Terry, were among the people charged in connection with two separate but related federal gambling investigations. The schemes, one of them focused on insider sports betting and another that rigged poker games nationwide, spanned years and involved tens of millions of dollars in illicit gains from wire fraud, money laundering, extortion and gambling. Rozier was one of several NBA insiders who allegedly provided non-public information about the upcoming games to their criminal partners, who in turn used straw bettors to place multiple bets based on the tips. Now, Billups was charged in a separate case with helping to rig poker games to defraud unknowing players lured to the games with the promise of playing against the celebrities. Now, that scheme also involved the Buneno, Gimpino and Genovese organized crime families in New York. Villanova University sports law professor Andrew said the scandal is a stain on the opening of the NBA season. Take a listen.
It's not good. And, the NBA started the other night, a lot of excitement. The world champions get their rings in Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant's on a new team, big games. That excitement is now tempered because of this scandal. You have an active coach of the Portland Trailblazers ensnared not in these prop bets, but in poker games, which is a separate but sort of associated thing that's going on here. And then, of course, a player that was currently now suspended on the Miami Heat, Terry Rozier, who played in the opening game last night and arrested this morning. I'm sure that people will move on to the games and the exciting plays and the superstars of the NBA, and this won't stay in the news a while, but certainly what a stain on the opening of the NBA season.
Moving on. Well, this week will also be remembered for one more reason. Ace javelin player and India's all-time favourite, Neeraj Chopra, was seen in a different avatar. Well, India's two-time Olympic medalist and the star javelin thrower, Neeraj Chopra, was conferred with an honorary rank of Lieutenant Colonel in New Delhi on Wednesday. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh bestowed the insignia of honorary rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the Territorial Army on the ace athlete. Chief of the Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, and other senior officials of the Indian Army and Territorial Army were present on the occasion. Neeraj Chopra was enrolled in the Indian Army in 2016 and served the Rajputana Rifles. The star javelin thrower created history by becoming the first Indian athlete to win an Olympic gold in track and field at the Tokyo Olympics. And with this, it's a wrap here on your weekend special bulletin of sports Match Point. We'll be back once again next week. But don't go anywhere. Keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all latest news and updates from the country and the world. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.